think it's a choice that we take pretty lightly each day, but I learned firsthand the consequences that come from people making poor choices behind the wheel. In November of 2024, my sister and I were headed from Arizona home to Utah for Thanksgiving, and we were hit head-on by a drunk driver that turned into our lane going 70 miles an hour. We didn't know it at the time, but it would leave us in hospitals for months and in a recovery process that's lasted over a year. As a result of the crash, I broke both of my knees, both of my ankles, my left heel, my right foot, 4 ribs. I had multiple compound fractures in my right arm, a shattered elbow, and multiple compound fractures and complications in my left arm that would ultimately lead to it being amputated at the elbow. My sister Jess broke her neck, back, and clavicle. She had multiple severed abdominal muscles and lots of complications that she eventually recovered from. A bystander saw what happened and was checking on my sister and I, as well as the other driver. I remember him coming to my side and telling me about the open containers of alcohol that he saw in this other driver's car and that he was clearly intoxicated. The crash happened in an instant, but I didn't realize how long this recovery process was going to be and how much longer I would be dealing with the consequences of what happened that night in November. Walking was one of the most challenging things to relearn. I had broken so many bones in my legs that it was a long time before I was able to stand up again and start walking, and it was a slow and painful process. My life is completely different, and there are new challenges that I met with every day that other people don't have to go through. It seems like the more that I try to do and the more I put myself out there, every day I realize things that are going to be a challenge for me to do. Something as simple as opening a jar can be a struggle. Getting dressed, getting ready in the morning, taking care of myself and helping other people, something that was so simple before, is now such a challenge. I didn't know anything about this new world that I was placed into. I didn't understand anything about being an amputee and what that meant for my life and my future. And it was frustrating at times to try to figure out new ways to do basic things that everybody else is able to do that I'm not able to do the same way anymore. I feel the consequences caused by that drunk driver not only every day of my life, but every minute throughout the day. There are simple things like if I'm going to go to the car and I have something in my hand, I have to put things down to open the door. Everything now is a multi-step process with adaptive equipment to help me navigate the day that used to be so easy for me, and I feel that every day. Going throughout my day, there are so many things that look different now. Things as simple as getting ready in the morning, making my bed, getting my makeup on, doing my hair, putting socks on. Everything has its own unique challenges now. Even my work looks different. Because of the limited abilities in my right hand, I can't do everything the way that someone normally would. I can't hold a mouse like you would. I can't type in a normal way that people do. Because of one drunk driver, I lost one arm, I've had 22 surgeries, I spent 117 days in the hospital, and countless hours in therapies to try to gain my life back, which will never look the same. Driving is a privilege, but it's something that sometimes we take for granted. We don't always realize that the things that we do on the road have consequences. It might have been a drunk driver that impacted my life, but something like texting while driving drowsy, driving distracted, and any other poor decision behind the wheel of a car has lasting impact.